Absolutely.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Here you go. Here he is.
Yeah, he is.
Here he is.
There you
It's a
go.
nice flounder.
Wish I had those pliers on this one.
Jim, that's a nice
But
fish there.
he ate it so far down, I'm just going to clip it and let
He
him
threw
have
right.
that.
He threw right in my spot too, Bon. That was right where I was.
That is a gorgeous fish. Look at the
Very
color
pretty.
on him.
It's thick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some good girth
Yes,
to it.
sir. Dipping it toward his tail a little bit.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program, we start out fishing for flounder, but that changes pretty quick once we start catching a variety of fish.
Yeah, we were fishing over some inshore structure, meaning some structure that's right off the beach, not in behind the barrier islands, but just right off the beach, and a structure that holds a variety of fish. And we actually went out to target flounder. We did catch flounder. I think we ended up with 8 or 9 flounder, but we caught a variety of fish, and I thought this would be an interesting story to talk about what you can expect in a situation like that. You can go out and target a fish, but there are other species there. So it all adds up to good fishing, and so that's what the day show's about.
That means you got to be ready for gear time. We'll talk about how we had to change baits quite a bit.
Well, we basically using pretty much the same rig, but that same rig caught a variety of fish. So always, as we always emphasize here on the show, carry a variety of tackle so you can adapt to whatever the changing conditions. But that day, we were pretty much rigged up for flounder, and we were catching a variety of fish.
Now, Donna's in the kitchen with something new on me, a cornbread waffle.
Yeah, I've never tried that, but it sounds tasty.
Well, let's get down to business. There's a lot coming your way today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
All right, guys, let's put some baits out on the bottom here. We're at a nearshore wreck right off the coast. Try to catch some flounder. Probably catch some smaller ones to start with. Might wind up catching a nice one or two, but we're going to definitely fish some mullets and shrimp on the bottom. And
What do we have on the bottom here?
we got probably a little hodgepodge, a barge, a little bit of old washing machines, probably some reef balls, several pieces of structure from industry inshore. Bonner, very similar to what you got down in Brunswick County.
Right.
That you guys raised a little money to put out.
Sure did. Fishing on structures is what you need to do for flounder fishing. Of course, when you get out on the structure, we catch a little bit of everything else to go along with it.
That's right, lizard fish,
Usually some bass.
sea bass, oyster toads, a little bit of everything.
Let's get started. See if we can't get some
Sounds
in the
good.
boat.
Let's do it.
That's
He's a little flat one.
There you go. Good job, John.
He's not going to be too hard to release at all.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, let's don't even lift him out of the water.
That's fine.
I mean, where's that de-hooker at? Here we go. Here you go, big boy.
Now, John, he
Look at him.
picked up your bait and just sat there, didn't
Yeah.
He did. He just
he? You went to move it to check it.
Stall.
felt him kind of bump, so I let him have it again.
And that's a real good rule of thumb right there. Certainly we want to keep a few for dinner, but if you actually have to pull them in the boat to measure them, they're too small to keep. There you go. I hear you, Doctor.
See if you got him up. Got him up.
Yeah, man.
Trying to get him up out of that structure.
Do I need to get the gaff or the net now?
So I'd like to say gap.
Yeah.
Like a big one that we want to have. Let's see, we got that little flounder.
Oh, he's a little flat one. That's all right. This time of year has traditionally a lot of small fish here. And the 1st of October, there's a lot of small ones that show up from here into the beach, and we're about a mile off the beach here or so. He's definitely coming this way. He's moving with it this way. I'm not sure. I believe it is.
I hear you, Tim.
Working in there.
It's a sea bass.
That's a good sign.
Well, that's right. They're living around the structure. It's a pretty little fish. Nice byproduct of fishing out here. Probably should have kept him for dinner. It's one of my favorite. It was my dad's favorite of all.
They are real good eating. Pulling pretty good, like another flounder, but he could be one of those.
Oh, and I'm hung.
Yeah, and then 6 feet away from you, you hung up in the structure.
Yeah. And be careful now. That it's a little flat one.
Another little one.
Good job.
Yeah.
I saved my bait too. Look at there.
Yeah. Little bitty. See you, buddy. Grow up.
Thank you, Tim.
I'm glad that hammerhead didn't come back and decide he wanted a flounder dinner.
Yeah.
Because they will certainly
That'd been
take.
fun, wouldn't
Oh, they will take them away from you now. I'm telling you. Oh, John's
Nope,
an oyster
I got
toad,
oyster toad.
and a nice one too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to catch a few of those, and sea bass and lizard fish. Yep, like I said, lizard fish.
Before you're allowed to get
That's right.
a real fish.
Here, John, I get it. I get it. That's the beauty of that D-hooker. That's got to be a shark. That's got to be a shark.
He was pretty long, wasn't he? He was.
Did
probably,
you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
He
it.
looked like he was about maybe a foot and a half.
Well, then
2
that's
feet
definitely a
long.
shark.
I,
You ever pick any drum up?
Oh, yeah. Now, this is where the D-hooker pays dividends. But they're still fun to catch. I brought... Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what you got there, buddy. Come here. He's going to take off again.
he didn't.
Wasn't ready to give up, was
No, I had a little bump, and then when I was starting to reel it in, he just nailed it. So I didn't really think it was a flounder.
All right. Look at all them baits
Feels
with
good
him. Do you
though.
see those?
Yeah,
Little L-Y.
coming back to you, Tim.
There you go. He's a pretty little thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look at this, a female. John, you want to get the line out of his mouth? Yeah, as soon as it hit.
Any size to him?
Yeah, I believe you
Let me get the
can
net.
get a dip net on this one.
I can do it.
I hope it's one I can let go. Oh my goodness. Like I say, I hope it's one I can let go. John, that other rod right there, that needs to come out of the way.
I can do it.
But it better have it fast, because this one's getting ready to be right here at your doorstep, Captain. This is a nice fish, I believe.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Here you go. Here he
Yeah,
is.
he is.
Here he is.
There you
It's a
go.
nice flounder.
All right. I really wish I had those pliers on this one,
Jim, that's a nice
but
fish
he,
there.
he ate it so
he-
far down, I'm just going to clip it and let
He
him
threw
have
right.
that.
He threw right in my spot too, Bon. That was right where I was.
That is a gorgeous fish. Look at the
Very
color
pretty.
on him.
It's thick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some good girth
Yes,
to it.
sir. Dip net tore his tail a little bit. I was certainly hoping it'd be one I could let go. But it's a beautiful fish, a good way to start.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly right.
All right, guys. Well, somebody's dinner is served.
Yeah.
We're going to keep him.
Fight on there, John.
A little bump.
Yeah. Picked up a little something here. Feels like maybe one of our bass buddies or
Not much
toad.
to
I
it.
don't think it's a flounder. another one of those. One of these Netherland toads.
Yeah. Oyster cracker.
Yeah. How about that? Use this special tool. Tim was teaching.
Look at the teeth on that dude.
They said to give us something like that.
Just push, yeah. And just let him.
Gotcha.
You're just locking in and keeping the pressure on it and just slinging him down.
He's sitting right there with it. I don't think it's a great big one, but let's see. I don't know what it is. It's something small. Just another bite. Ain't no telling. It is a pigfish. All right, just another. Listen to him. You hear him?
He's cutting up, isn't he?
Yeah.
We haven't had one of those yet, have we?
That's
He's
a decent
pretty.
size one too.
He's beautiful, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hey there, buddy. Isn't he pretty?
Yeah, he is.
Look at the color in him. Look at the iridescence in him. He's gorgeous. They're all pretty.
They pull good too.
Yeah, they're good eating.
Tim, this is the kind of fishing that children really enjoy.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we've all got small kids. Mine really enjoy getting out on something like this where you have a variety of fish that are biting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Like
to
this
kids.
right here.
As long as they're cranking in something, they're having a good time.
that's right. And it's not just flounder, straight flounder. It's everything from oyster toads, lizard fish, everything. Sharks, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, king mackerel. I got a flounder biting this one, I
Good,
believe.
good.
Yeah. This is what Taylor and Austin certainly love to do. But yeah, this is the ultimate kid fishing. Plenty of bites, keep their interest up. All right,
Yeah, it's
set your
definitely
rod
my
out of the
boy.
way and let me see who's. Oh man.
Get the trash can too.
Oh yeah. Oh, here you go. I got mine.
Good deal.
He come out.
I got hung right there next to you.
And that is exactly what it is, I swear. I hate it. Yeah. Yeah, if we were in Virginia, that'd be a citation. Where's that D hooker at?
That's what got mine bait as well. Back right into that structure.
Thank you, Anthony, for not having to touch that thing. As a matter of fact, he cut me all up. I'm gonna change his tackle out. I don't know what it is, but it's,
Got a bite?
well, yeah, he bit it. I was forced to pull back on it, you know. Look at there.
That's a bigger.
Oh, look
big
at there.
fish.
It's two at once. I don't do that for just everybody, guys.
I wish you'd look at that.
It's a little sea bass and a nice pigfish. Actually, I'm going to keep that pigfish. But look at there. It is two fish on one hook. It came in and out of the jaw of that little sea bass.
Yeah, what were you fishing with? That was with the shrimp, wasn't
Yeah, that was a live shrimp.
it? Yeah, that's how aggressive they are on those shrimp.
And then it foul hooked this pigfish. They were both hitting at it at the same time, I guess. How about that? Yeah, I just don't do that for everybody.
Gotta save those for your best bait.
That's right. Hey, buddy. And that is sure enough a pretty pigfish. Look at that. It is a nice pigfish.
How pretty that is.
Yes, it is. Pretty iridescent colors and spots on him.
Joey had a good day of fishing that day. Started out for flounders, but things changed on us.
That's right. You had, again, as we said earlier, a variety of fish. Being underwater structure, it held some bottom fish you saw. We had a couple of sharks that we caught. And we didn't catch everything, the flounder that we wanted. Certainly the size. We caught, I think, 8 flounder that we threw back, and one really nice, I think about a 4.5 pound flounder. but I thought the variety was pretty interesting being that close. We were about 2 miles off the beach, and black sea bass and pigfish, but they all pull. I mean, you're catching fish, and I just thought that was a good example of what a group of guys and gals can do to go offshore and have fun.
Well, let's find out more. Let's go to Gear Time and find out how we're going to rig for this.
John and Tim, thanks a lot for taking me fishing today. I enjoyed it. It was a good fishing trip and a good opportunity to go out here and try something a little different, doing a little reef fishing today on some structure off the beach out here.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of bites.
Tim, we were using 2 different type of rods today. Why don't you tell us something about those?
Well, certainly spinning rods are acceptable for a lot of people, but me personally, I prefer a conventional level line type reel because it's easier to give the fish line whenever you feel the bite, and the tackle itself is a lot easier to fish for me straight up and down. And speaking of the tackle, it's nothing more than a simple 084, a short piece of 50, a swivel, some 50-pound or 80-pound braided line, and a bank sinker, which is just, very simple tackle box, but super effective. And other than that, you can use artificials such as a casting jigging spoon, or we have a series of artificial squid and or soft plastic minnows, which are deadly effective as well.
Now today we were able to use some live bait.
Yeah.
And
We
John went out and got them this morning for us.
Yeah, we caught some this morning. We caught some shrimp this morning, and as you know, as soon as these hit the bottom, be ready. They're gonna take off with it. Live shrimps, they always work well, and we started with about 80 of these little finger mullet. We're down to 1. I dropped him. But,
And that's how active they are when you put them in the water.
that's how you want them to be. You want them to be
That's
real
right.
active, so they'll get
And
the
now-
flounder's attention.
John, tell us how you hook those when you go to put that bait on this hook.
Well, you just come right up through bottom lip, right up through the lips, so he can swim normal. You want him to look as natural as he can.
And the hook riding up so it doesn't get caught in the bottom.
right,
so
they come from the bottom.
That's
hook
right.
up.
Good. Yeah, we went through quite a bit of the bait. You go through a lot of bait when you're out here fishing, especially on structure like that.
That's right, because we had so many bites, and it wasn't all flounder. It was pigfish, grunts, sailor's choice,
Sea bass.
sea bass, oyster toads, which John, you're a professional at now.
Yeah. And it was really
Lizard fish.
It was really a beautiful morning this morning too. The hurricane was just through here in the
About
last
5
5 or
days
6,
ago.
yeah,
Mhm.
5 or
That's
6
right.
days. So it was a good trip. The ocean looked really nice when we started out this morning. The winds picked up a little bit, but it was great. And we did very well on the fishing, considering we had a hurricane in the last 5 days.
I think it was a great trip. I don't have to keep a lot of fish. I just like to go fishing.
It was good.
My boys love it. That's just the type of fishing that it keeps your interest going all the time because there's so many bites. And to use the tools that make it really worthwhile, I highly recommend a de-hooker.
Yeah, that worked great today.
It
nice.
saves the flounder. You don't have to touch them, or the sharks. Get yourself a good pair of cutters, some fingernail clippers, just some real basic tools, real basic tackle, and a lot of fun. Great for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I enjoyed it. And Tim, thanks a whole lot for taking me.
You're more than welcome.
Look forward to us going down to Southport Oak Island, me taking you guys out on a trip
And
down
we'll take
there.
you up to Oregon Inlet and catch your boys some rockfish.
There you go. Sounds great. John, thanks a lot.
It's my pleasure.
I enjoyed it.
Thanks, guys, for that info. Joe, just your basic flounder rig's what we used that day.
That's right. It was real simple. Again, we did target flounder that day. We did catch flounder. We didn't catch a lot of big flounder like we had hoped. Sea conditions that day, just some things had played into that, but we were over a good structure. We had a good variety of fish, and so I thought we'd take the opportunity to show what kind of variety you can catch over inshore structure like that. It's just not flounder. The flounder like that, but as you saw, we just caught a good number of different types of fish.
Well, we had a bunch of fish. Now, let's go to something that's new on me, a cornbread waffle. Let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen.
Hi, today in the kitchen we're making cornbread waffles. I think you really like, especially if you like cornbread and you like waffles, it's a great combination. We're going to start out with 1.5 cups of self-rising cornmeal. And the great thing about the self-rising is it has all the leavening in it for you, so you don't have to add your baking powder and make sure that it's fresh and that type of thing. We're also going to add about 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're just going to mix that together. And we're just going to add about 2 tablespoons of sugar, so it's going to have just a little bit of sweetness to it. Just mix all of our dry ingredients together. Then we're going to add 1 egg and 1.5 cups of milk. So I kind of make my little well in the middle. Place my egg in there and my milk. And then we're just going to mix this together. It goes together very quickly, and it's very simple to make. And the great thing about this is you can use it for so many different things. You can make them ahead of time and freeze them, and then bring them out when you're serving an appetizer, perhaps like a spread, and use them instead of crackers or other types of bread, if you would like. Or you can add something sweet to them, like a syrup or a jelly or a jam, which is always good too. Once we have mixed this together, I like to let mine sit for about 5 minutes, just so that the leavening will begin to work its magic. But to save some time, we're just going to go ahead and use ours. We're going to set our waffle iron so it's nice and hot, and I already have it sprayed. And this is a non-stick waffle iron. You can also use the round ones, or there's some square ones. There's some Belgian waffle makers. There's all different types out there on the market. And we're just going to add that into the middle. I like to use just about 1 scoop. Then we're just going to close it down. And in about 2 minutes, your waffles are done. So you can go ahead and make up your whole batch. Use what you like, freeze the other ones, and you're ready to have them next time for your next occasion. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they look like when they're finished. You can see they're nice and golden brown. I've cut mine into little triangles just because I want to use them for an appetizer or to accompany one of my appetizers. But they would be great. Kids would like them in this size, or they'd be great for dipping as well. So I hope you enjoy the cornbread waffles, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna. That's one of those recipes I urge you to try, because I think I'm going to do the same. Joe, before I forget it, tell me about the reef program. Yeah,
the artificial reef program, which is administered here in the state to put structure basically off the beach in areas that normally wouldn't have structure, which brings the fish in. The area we were fishing today is not one of those areas. This is an area that Tim found in searching along that part of the coast, which is right out of Southport. But along the coast, we've got artificial reef projects that hold, again, this kind of variety of fish, and so and they're this published. You can look it up and find out where they are. There's several out of Moorhead, a number out of Wrightsville Beach, and but they hold fish and a variety, and that's what we wanted to show today.
Another great day in North Carolina.
You got it.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.